Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into today's review, I have something special for you. If you decide that Infographic AI Toolkit is the right fit for you and you pick it up through the link below this video, you'll also get access to my exclusive bonus package completely free. I've put together some valuable bonuses designed to help you get better results faster, save time, and get even more value from your purchase. Make sure to check the first link in the description if you are interested in claiming those bonuses. Now let's get into today's review. Have you ever looked at a beautiful infographic online and thought, I wish I could create something like that? Maybe you've seen marketers using eye-catching visual content on social media. Maybe you've seen business owners sharing infographics that get attention. Maybe you've noticed educational creators using visual explanations that make complex topics look simple and easy to understand. And then you try to create one yourself. Suddenly you're dealing with design tools, layouts, colors, icons, formatting, visual hierarchy, and dozens of other things that can make the process feel overwhelming. That's where today's product comes in. Today we're talking about Infographic AI Toolkit with PLR. This product aims to solve a very specific problem. It helps people generate detailed infographic prompts that can be used with AI tools to create professional-looking infographic designs without needing graphic design experience. Now that's a pretty interesting concept because we live in a world where AI tools are everywhere. The challenge isn't finding AI. The challenge is getting AI to create what you actually want. Many people open an AI image generator, type a simple sentence, and then wonder why the result looks generic. The reason is simple. The quality of the instructions matters. The more detailed and structured the instructions are, the better the chances of getting a useful result. That's exactly what this toolkit focuses on. Instead of spending hours trying to learn prompt engineering, the system helps users create structured infographic prompts through a guided process. So throughout this review we're going to answer several important questions. What exactly is Infographic AI Toolkit? Who is it designed for? What features are included? What are the strengths? What are the limitations? What about the upgrades? And most importantly, is it worth your attention? Let's start with the core idea. Infographics continue to be one of the most effective forms of visual content online. Think about it. People are constantly scrolling through social media feeds. They're scanning websites. They're browsing articles. They're checking emails. They're consuming huge amounts of information every day. Most people don't have time to read long blocks of text. Visual content helps solve that problem. A well-designed infographic can communicate information quickly. Instead of reading multiple paragraphs, someone can understand the main idea in seconds. That's why infographics continue to be used for education, marketing, presentations, lead generation, social media content, blog posts, training materials, reports, and much more. The challenge has always been creating them. Traditional infographic creation often requires design skills. You need to think about layout. You need to organize information. You need to select colors. You need to choose visual elements. You need to create a professional appearance. For many people that's simply too much work. This toolkit attempts to simplify that process. The workflow is surprisingly straightforward. First, the user describes the infographic they want to create. That means entering information about the topic. Maybe it's a marketing strategy. Maybe it's a health topic. Maybe it's a business framework. Maybe it's educational content. Maybe it's a step-by-step process. The system starts with the basic information you provide. Then comes the customization stage. This is where things become more interesting. The toolkit includes numerous infographic formats. Instead of being locked into one style, users can choose from many different structures. For example, you can create numbered list infographics. These are useful when presenting rankings, tips, strategies, or collections of information. You can create step-by-step process infographics. These work particularly well for tutorials and educational content. You can create timeline infographics. These are useful for showing progress, historical developments, project roadmaps, and chronological information. There are comparison layouts. These allow you to compare products, methods, approaches, systems, or ideas side by side. There are checklist formats. There are explainer formats. There are statistical layouts. There are customer journey visualizations. There are framework presentations. There are flowcharts. There are decision trees. There are roadmap structures. There are before and after comparisons. There are feature comparison tables. There are organizational layouts. There are priority matrices. And many other options. This variety is important because different types of information require different visual structures. One of the biggest mistakes people make when creating visual content is forcing every topic into the same format. A timeline should look different from a comparison chart. A process guide should look different from a statistics report. This toolkit recognizes that and provides multiple infographic frameworks. Another thing worth discussing is the design customization. Users can choose visual styles. They can select different moods. They can define color schemes. They can determine icon styles. They can optimize formats for different platforms. And this matters because content is consumed differently depending on where it's published. Pinterest users often engage with different visual formats compared to LinkedIn users. Instagram audiences may respond differently than blog readers. Having platform-specific formatting options can help create more appropriate designs. Now let's talk about one of the most interesting aspects of this product. The JSON prompt structure. Some people hear the word JSON and immediately think it's something complicated. In reality, the concept is simple. Instead of writing one giant paragraph of instructions, JSON organizes information into separate fields. Think of it as creating a blueprint. Every piece of information has its own place. The title goes in one section. The style goes in another section. The layout goes in another section. The colors go in another section. The visual instructions go in another section. This creates a more organized structure for AI systems to interpret. The advantage is consistency. Instead of rewriting everything from scratch every time, users can modify specific elements while keeping the overall structure intact. That can save a significant amount of time over the long run. Now let's discuss who might benefit most from a product like this. The first group is content creators. If you're creating educational content, social media content, blog content, or visual marketing materials, having a system that helps generate infographic prompts could be useful. The second group is marketers. Marketing often involves explaining concepts visually. Funnels, customer journeys, strategies, frameworks, campaign structures. Infographics can help communicate these ideas more effectively. The third group is freelancers. Many businesses need visual content but don't have the time or skills to create it themselves. A freelancer could potentially use a system like this to streamline content creation projects. The fourth group is agency owners. Agencies often need repeatable systems that improve efficiency. The ability to generate structured infographic prompts could fit into content creation workflows. The fifth group is business owners. Whether it's social media marketing, educational materials, lead magnets, or presentations, visual content continues to play an important role in communication. Now let's move into another major selling point of this product. The PLR license. This is something that makes the offer different from many standard software products. PLR stands for private label rights. The license included here provides flexibility for users who want to do more than simply use the toolkit themselves. Depending on the license terms, users can rebrand the product, customize it, create variations, incorporate elements into larger projects, and sell versions under their own branding. For entrepreneurs who enjoy creating digital product businesses, that flexibility may be particularly appealing. Of course, success isn't automatic. Owning rights to a product doesn't guarantee sales. But it does provide opportunities that wouldn't exist with a standard personal use license. Now let's look at the upgrade path. The first upgrade focuses on marketing infographic prompts. This adds a collection of done-for-you marketing-focused prompt assets. The idea here is simple. Instead of starting from a blank page, users receive ready-made prompt resources related to marketing topics. This could potentially reduce setup time and provide inspiration for content creation. The second upgrade expands beyond marketing. It provides done-for-you prompts covering broader subject areas. This creates additional flexibility for users working in multiple niches. The third upgrade introduces a prompt remixer system. This includes a large collection of prompt blocks that can be mixed and matched to create variations. Think of it as a creative toolbox. Instead of building every prompt from zero, users can combine existing elements to create new outputs more efficiently. Now let's discuss some realistic expectations. Whenever evaluating a digital product, it's important to separate possibilities from guarantees. This toolkit is not a magic button. It doesn't automatically create a successful business. It doesn't automatically generate viral content. It doesn't replace creativity. It doesn't replace understanding your audience. What it does attempt to do is simplify the process of creating structured infographic prompts. That's an important distinction. The quality of the final result will still depend on the topic, the information provided, the AI model being used, and how effectively the user applies the system. However, for people who struggle with prompt creation, this toolkit may help remove a significant barrier. And that brings us to the final question. Who should consider Infographic AI Toolkit? If you're looking for a way to generate infographic prompts more efficiently, if you create content regularly, if you work with visual marketing materials, if you're interested in leveraging AI for infographic creation, if you like products that include commercial rights, if you appreciate systems that focus on repeatability and organization, then this product may be worth a closer look. On the other hand, if you're expecting a completely automated business solution that requires no effort whatsoever, your expectations may not align with what this product is designed to do. Overall, the focus here is clear. Provide a structured way to create infographic prompts. Support multiple infographic styles. Allow customization. Work with AI tools. Include commercial flexibility through PLR rights. And simplify a process that many people currently find confusing. If that sounds useful for your situation, you'll probably want to take a closer look using the link below this video. And don't forget, if you decide to pick it up through my link, you'll also receive my exclusive bonus package at no extra cost. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this review helpful, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future reviews. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next video.